It's concerning to hear that we still engage in risky behaviors behind the wheel despite recognizing the dangers.
98%, so almost all Canadians recognize distracted driving is an issue.
Understanding the risk on the roads is crucial for all of us.
And when you see other drivers behaving poorly, driving distracted, report unsafe driving, report distracted driving. We can help each other make the roads safer.
Let's think about how we can all foster a safety culture within our workplaces.
The alarming things are that 46% admit to multitasking, and 30% of drivers, almost a third of drivers, are admitting that they've been almost in an accident or it's been the cause of an accident.
If you are a parent or having young people in your life, consider how you can influence their driving habits positively. Today, we are thrilled to welcome Paul Stone, Vice President of Personal Insurance, Sales, Distribution and Marketing at Travelers Canada. Paul's impressive journey through the ranks at Travelers showcases his profound expertise in insurance underwriting, business analysis, and strategic marketing. Leading the sales and distribution team and marketing and broker learning teams, Paul plays a pivotal role in shaping the landscape of personal insurance across Canada. Welcome to a new episode of the CanadianSME Small Business Podcast, where we explore the critical role small businesses play in enriching our communities and bolstering our economy. I'm your host, SK, and today we are gearing up to unpack the intriguing world of personal insurance and safe driving habits with a special focus on how businesses can cultivate responsible practices among their teams. Join us as we explore the insights into driving safety and effective insurance solutions. Good morning, Paul. Welcome to the CanadianSME Small Business Podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm great, SK. Thank you for having us.
Paul, we are eager to hear about your innovative approaches to insurance and driver safety. Understanding the risk on the roads is crucial for all of us. Could you start by telling us about the Travelers Canada Distracted Driving Survey? What prompted this survey?
This is the third year that we've conducted this survey in Canada, and between the end of January and the beginning of February, we contacted 1,000 Canadians aged 18 to 69 to get their insights into distracted driving, what they're aware of, and what they're doing personally about the issue.
Okay. And what are some alarming trends or statistics you have found throughout this survey?
Yeah, so 98%, so almost all Canadians recognize distracted driving is an issue. The alarming things are that 46% admit to multitasking, and 30% of drivers, almost a third of drivers, are admitting that they've been almost in an accident or it's been the cause of an accident.
46%. It's an alarming stats, right?
Yeah.
The numbers are very high.
Yeah. And the thing is, as it's stated, this is an entirely preventable issue. People recognize it and know the steps to take. It's about getting them to take those steps.
Right. And interestingly, nearly 1/3 of Canadian drivers admitted their distracted driving led to accidents or near misses, as revealed by the 2024 Travelers Canada Distracted Driving Risk Survey. I think this underscores the urgent need for drivers to change their behaviors on the road. Before we move on, I want to reflect on the startling statistics Paul shared about distracted driving. It's concerning to hear that we still engage in risky behaviors behind the wheel despite recognizing the dangers. Think about your own driving habits for a moment. Are there changes you could make to ensure your safety and the safety of others on the road? This discussion isn't just about awareness, it's about action. Let's discuss the impact on businesses. Businesses plays a key role in promoting safe driving. How can employers integrate the findings from your survey to enhance their driving policies?
Workplace policies are incredibly important when it comes to improving the safety on our roads. As we spoke to respondents, over 80% said that when their workplace has a policy in place, that they adhere to it. The issue is that not many, about a fifth, one in five businesses actually have a policy in place. People are admitting, over half are admitting to taking phone calls as they're driving, and also looking at emails or texts. So this is something, a policy works when it's put in place.
So 80% of the respondent, they said like they will follow the policy if it's enforced by their employers, right?
Yeah, only about 20% of companies actually have a policy in place.
Okay. Following on that, Paul, like what responsibilities do employers have in ensuring their employees are safe on the roads?
Well, I think it's not just employers or people in general. It's a responsibility for all of us to make the roads as safe as possible for each other.
So, Paul, like how can employers, like implement, or are there any resources they can look onto, like to implement these safe driving services in their organizations?
Absolutely, I think there's a lot of resources online at travelerscanada.ca. There's a resource center with tips with respect to road safety, driver safety, preparing your car for different seasons. So there's lots of resources that employers can take advantage of.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that information. Like, I believe employers have a significant impact on promoting road safety through comprehensive driving policies.
Yeah.
As we discuss employers' crucial role in ensuring road safety, it's a great opportunity for all entrepreneurs and business leaders to listen to reassess your company's driving policies. Are you doing enough to keep your employees safe while they are on the road? Ensuring your driving policies are up to date and actively promoted could save lives. Let's think about how we can all foster a safety culture within our workplaces. Moving on, let's discuss our decline in road safety. Like perceptions of road safety are changing. What factors do you believe are contributing to the perceived decline in road safety?
I think the core is the belief that people can multitask effectively and that there are so many demands on an individual's time, whether it be driving to an appointment, so following directions, responding to emails and texts, responding to phone calls, making it to meetings, grabbing a drink or something to eat between events. There's so many pressures and so many things people believe that they can do effectively while driving, and it's just not the case.
Right. And how does this affect insurance policies and premiums?
Well, it's shown that when people drive in a distracted manner, there's a higher likelihood of losses. And losses and claims on an insurance policy, certainly when it's at fault, have an impact on somebody's premiums. In terms of ability to save money, we also found that is something that incents individuals to consider changing behaviors, so not using their phone, driving in a different manner. At Travelers Canada, we have a telematic product called IntelliDrive, and that product allows good drivers to take advantage of their good driving and actually get a better premium. So it measures the time of day you're driving, acceleration, braking, speed, and it also monitors whether you're touching your phone. So products like that can help people reduce their premiums by exhibiting safe driving habits.
Okay. And how can we find more information about this IntelliDrive app?
travelerscanada.ca, and you'll be able to find it in the personal auto section of our website.
Okay. Paul, I believe addressing these factors is very essential for improving, overall road safety. Thank you for tuning into the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. We are going to take a quick break.
You dreamt big. You made the leap. You and your "we're not stopping at small" business. Doesn't matter you've never done it before. You unlock those problems. You adapt to change. You learn to evolve. You're pioneers in challenging times, finding your own frontiers. Wherever you e-commerce, UPS is with you. So nothing is going to hold you back.
Nope.
Constant Contact delivers the marketing tools your small business needs to keep up, excel, and grow. Constant Contact, helping the small stand tall.
Welcome back to the Canadian SME Small Business Podcast. Let's continue our journey into the inspiring business world full of innovation and passion. Now, let's discuss a few tips for safe driving. Practical tips can make a big difference in driving behavior. What specific actions can drivers take to minimize distractions and enhance safety?
So I'll break this answer into a few parts. So from a driving perspective, simple things to do. Put the phone away. Take advantage of the technology. Turn it to do not disturb, hands-free.
I think the number one distraction is mobile phone. Right?
It
Yeah.
is. It's the other things, the behaviors of other drivers, weather, the time of night, following directions. Those things cause stress and cause distraction. But certainly, technology is at the core of it. So take advantage of the fact that you can turn it to do not disturb. Leave early.
Yeah.
It's a simple thing. Don't be in a hurry. Add an extra 15 minutes. I did today when I came here. I added an extra 15 minutes to the commute so that I would get here in plenty of time and not feel rushed or distracted on the road. And when you see other drivers behaving poorly, driving distracted, report unsafe driving, report distracted driving. We can help each other make the roads safer.
Right. And I believe, practical thing that I have followed on road, always give sight to the fast moving vehicles.
Yeah. Pull to the right. Don't drive in the left lane. That's the easiest thing. And also, let's not forget, as a passenger, passengers are incredibly powerful occupants of a vehicle. Speak up. If somebody's reaching for their phone and they're the driver, tell them not to. Offer to look at that text, send that email, look at the directions. More people are likely to do that when it's a spouse or a partner, but less likely when it's a coworker, and certainly less likely when it's their boss.
Right.
But I think we all owe it to each other to take that responsibility upon ourselves.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing those practical tips, Paul, with our audience. How does Travelers Canada support and educate drivers about these practices?
At travelerscanada.ca, there's tips and resources to help drivers, whether it's with respect to seasonal driving, tips and tricks for young drivers, dealing with distractions, and a multitude of other areas.
I believe, simple steps can lead to significant improvements in road safety. Now, let's discuss, preparing our teens for safe driving. Young drivers are the future of road safety. What advice do you have for parents to help prepare their teens for safe driving?
I think it really comes down to three things: being a role model, being supportive, and staying involved. So being a role model, it's when you're in the car with the kids, drive in a safe manner, following distance, distractions, speed, etc. You are the most powerful role model for young drivers, for tomorrow's drivers. Being supportive, right? Staying in tune with what your children are up to, the time of day they're driving, where they're going, how many people are in their car, and then staying involved and aware with respect to those issues. Those are the three most powerful things a parent can do when it comes to a young driver.
Okay. And following on that, how can these tips be incorporated into everyday driving habits for teens?
Well, I think this is where there's good news. Parents are staying involved more often than not. They're getting involved and they're setting limits with respect to where someone is driving, limits with respect to cell phone use, limits with respect to the time of day that their kids are driving, and also with respect to the number of passengers, limiting the distractions, limiting the opportunity for something to go wrong. I think that's the good news here. When parents get involved and set limits, that is the right step to take.
Okay. I believe, educating young drivers is crucial for developing, long-term safe driving habits. And as we wrap up our discussion on the preparing teams for safe driving, let's connect over this important topic. If you are a parent or having young people in your life, consider how you can influence their driving habits positively. It's not just about teaching the rules of the road. It's about instilling a sense of responsibility that stays with them every time they start the engine. What steps can you take today to help the young drivers in your family or community to be safer? Now, before we conclude, Paul, could you share one crucial piece of advice for our listeners, who are navigating the complexities of personal insurance?
Absolutely. I think that the first thing that any driver, anybody looking for insurance advice should do is get in touch with a broker, an insurance broker, in their town, online, but get independent professional advice. Auto insurance is complicated. So is property insurance in the personal insurance space. Get in touch with somebody that can help you navigate and answer the questions that you will inevitably have. Also, take it upon yourself. Look at the companies that are being suggested and proposed. I've mentioned travelerscanada.ca a few times. There's a lot of really useful information and answers to questions that individuals may have.
Yeah, as you rightly said, Paul, getting the professional advice is very, very important because you're not buying a product. You are buying, you're doing a great investment. Right.
You're buying peace of mind. It's something you buy that you hope you never have to use.
Thank you so much for sharing your advice. And is there anything else you would like to add, Paul, before we conclude?
No, I'd like to thank you and the team here for the opportunity to continue to raise awareness of this important issue. It's something we all owe each other to make the roads as safe as possible, and it's within our powers to do that.
Thank you so much, Paul, for joining us today and providing such valuable insights. It was a great pleasure hosting you.
Thank you very much.
For everyone listening, today's takeaway is the critical need for awareness and proactive measures in driving and insurance. These strategies protect individuals and significantly contribute to the safety and well-being of our entire community. We would like to thank our exclusive partners, exclusive banking partner RBC, exclusive shipping partner UPS, exclusive accounting software partner Xero, exclusive email partner Constant Contact, and exclusive hospitality partner IG Hotels and Resorts for their unwavering support. Don't forget to subscribe to the Canadian SME Small Business Magazine by visiting our official website, CanadianSME.ca. Join us next time for more insightful discussions. Until then, stay safe and informed.